Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing the iWantit IBTLIA14. Bit of a mouthful, but there you go. It's a wireless speaker dock with Apple's Lightning connector at the top. I'm going completely against it and I'm using an Android. Everyone's going to go boo! Unfortunately I can't test out the lightning port. Big advantage of this speaker is that it's universal because it's got Bluetooth. So if your phone, tablet, some laptops, if it's got Bluetooth, then you can pair it with this speaker wirelessly, which I think is better than docking it anyway because you've got your phone with you, and play it wirelessly whenever you want. Standard thing goes with Bluetooth speakers, sometimes the connection can be lost through a wall, but then again who's going to listen to music through a wall anyway? But people ask these sort of things. So, I'm a bit of an awkward position at the moment because the camera's here and I'm here. I'm not a phone, so it's easier to access it. So let's start things off. It's got Bluetooth, like I said, it's got lightning port at the top for iPhones, iPads, iPods, specific ones that got lightning port. On the back it's got a 3.5mm port for plugging in your computer or CD player, MP3 player if you want. Anything with a standard headphone socket will go. So I'm going to be testing it with this LG G2, and because of YouTube copyright I can't really use well-known music or anything, so I'm just going to be playing this royalty-free music, which might be good, it might not be. I've not listened to it at all, so don't judge. Okay, switch on the back which turns it on, and then you've got the standby on the top, so that cuts off the power. That's just for standby. You got a, get it in shot, you've got a remote control, little diddy thing, takes a little watch battery which is included, and you've got on here, you can see you've got standby, the source which is Bluetooth 3.5mm or lightning dock, play, pause, skip buttons, mute, treble, bass and volume. So the thing I like about this speaker is that you can adjust the treble and bass, so you can kind of get it to the sound you want. Different music sounds better with more treble, more bass, less treble, less bass. On the top, let's turn it on. So to pair it with your phone, Bluetooth, makes a little beeping sound. Don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a little blue flashing light. You go to your settings, go to Bluetooth. I think most people probably know how to do this anyway. Search for devices, it should come up with IBTLIA14. Tap that, wait a few seconds, and make a little beep to say it's connected. You can put it on maximum volume on Bluetooth and turn it up on here if you want a bit of extra volume. So yeah, let's go to this wonderful music that I've been talking about. I'll skip the LG's default music because that's probably copyrighted. I have no idea what any of this music is. Just turn in the volume up on there, and the volume. Turn bass up or down, treble down and up. So on the side you've got mid-range and treble speakers on the side, and in the centre you've got the subwoofer, 5 or 6 inches in the middle I think it is, and you've got 2 bass ports either side. It's a decent sized speaker, it's quite big, it's not got a handle or anything, that's a bit annoying, but then again you're not really going to be carrying this around because it's only power operated, you can't recharge it or put batteries in. So let's try a different song. This one's very funky. So, I don't know if you can tell by the camera, but it's got very good bass response. The treble, if you turn it, I find that I need to turn the treble up a little bit, and I have the bass on full, but that's just how I like it. It's got very nice bass response. The mid-range is very much there. It's good for vocals and that. I haven't got any vocals on my phone, I should have prepared better. It generally works for all different types of music, which is good, because some speakers you find they work better with hip-hop, some better with EDM, some better with classical, jazz, you name it, rock. So this one pretty much does all. Let's give another song a try. construction's really good. I think the side is very shiny. It's going to pick up fingerprints, but it looks good when after you've cleaned it, because even this little bit by the buttons, that's also sort of piano black, so that's going to pick up fingerprints like anything. But on the front, it's a nice sort of brushed metal, which doesn't look like it in the camera, but it is actually metal. Feels cold to the touch, and you've got a nice little sort of chrome bit around the edge. It looks very stylish. On the website, it looks, to me, it looks smaller than it is in real life. Do I have a tape measure handy? No. So it's, I don't want to scratch it, but it's, say, let's call it 45 centimeters wide, which is roughly 17.5 inches. So it's a decent sized speaker, not a portable one, but then this one's more designed for your home, for indoors, have it in your living room, bedroom, you name it. But then again, it's nice having a proper subwoofer. I know a lot of speakers have bass radiators which try and improve the bass on the existing speakers. That does a pretty good job. I know a lot of Jawbone Jambox speakers do that. I've heard them shops, they sound very good and they seem to do it very well for a small size, but I do still prefer having a proper subwoofer. A lot of people can say it's not a proper subwoofer. It's got very good bass response. If you ask me, it's not going to be as good as some of the high-end home cinema subwoofers. I've got a Yamaha one down there, which is absolutely incredible, goes down crazily low, very good for movies. But obviously this one's suited better for music. As you heard in that previous song, really does capture the bass guitar really nicely. Now, I'm not going to admit I'm any sort of expert in speakers. I'm sure, obviously the camera, I don't know if it's going to crazily distort or something, probably, because that's my luck. As again, these songs have all got really generic titles, so nothing really gives anything away. On the specification it says 2.1, obviously the subwoofer, 2 stereo speakers, speaker power 40 watts and 60 watts. So in all it's got a total power of 140 watts, it's got plenty of power going on. Easily fill a full living room. But yeah, it's got plenty of power going on, I'm sure. It would be great for entertaining. It's got a very balanced sound, I think. It's not overpowering with bass. Some people might want a little bit more bass as such, even if you have it on the maximum volume, but there's always equaliser apps you can get on your phone, so that's not really much issue. But yeah, it's a very balanced sound. I think the treble's quite nice on it as well, considering there's not specific tweeters on there. It does sound very nice in the high range. Like hi-hats don't sound really spongy. The only thing is, if you're looking for stereo separation, you're probably not really getting it. The speakers, to be fair, are quite fairly separated, but obviously compared to a separated stereo bookshelf speaker system, it's not going to have as much stereo separation in your music. So, last song. Funny enough, it's actually called About Time. So until next time, thanks for watching.